right, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's Thursday multi-class league here with Trackalicious. Hope everyone is having a great night tonight. We're going to have some very spicy racing here at the Nürburgring. Very, very exciting track with a lot of history to it. And now we should have some game audio. I'm also temporarily joined by Eric.
Hello.
How's the stream looking?
I will let you know in 1 second.
Hi on the chat, Paul. Looks fine. Great. I think so. We're in 1080 now.
Victory.
I can feel the heat bellowing from my computer next to me. But that's okay. Alright, Eric. Where do you want me to move you?
I can hang out here, give you some color commentary from the back if you'd like.
I mean, sure. Let me turn on some push or some... Yeah. Alright. Well, Eric's going to be doing some commentary along with us in the car and booth. I don't have picture... I guess no, I don't have picture-in-picture set up, so I can't do that, Eric.
That's alright. Yeah, we could, maybe we could set it up between quali and race. It should take 30 seconds to do.
Yeah, let's just... I was hoping to do that later, or
Oh,
earlier.
Totally fine. Sorry.
But we're now into qualifying here. 20-minute qualifying session. We'll have the split 2 drivers go out first.
Split 1.
Split 1. I thought split 1 were the, fast guys.
They are the fast guys.
I thought the slow guys went out first.
Nope, fast guys are going out first.
Alright, well, fast guys are going out first. And leading the pack, we see Ricky Scott. Gonna be setting the first lap here, the Nürburgring. So Eric, how you looking for this race tonight? You looking forward to this?
I like the Nürburgring. The KTM is a bit of a dog, to be honest with you. Tried it out in the what's it called? Rookie League. It's tough.
As I switch my microphone here, yeah, it's
much
a
better
car to drive. Very tough car to drive. It's slow. I mean, despite its lightweight, you would think that it would be able to carry more speed in the corners, but it just doesn't. Or maybe it's just I suck, which is also a possibility.
Very true and possible.
Yeah.
Oh man. No wonder I don't know any of the turn names here at this track.
Schumacher S's.
Yeah, I know that one.
Done.
But other than that, I don't know the Verster curve. Or shoot. Avan Borgen. Or Bogen? There's no R there. My brain put an R there. Anyways.
It's so many letters that you didn't think it was enough, so it needed more.
We see Ricky Scott here, midway into his lap. Not looking like he's having necessarily the best lap out there right now. Not the worst either.
Ricky Scott's going to be an interesting person to watch through the season. I think he's gained some speed since the last season. So, yeah, we'll see if his progression continues.
For sure. He's going to be looking like he's going to come up on some lap traffic this lap. Hopefully they don't impede him too much. And you know what, Eric? You're out there. Whenever you go out there, I'll go on board with you. You can give us
the worst idea.
You can give us a nice little onboard commentary when you start your lap.
Yeah, okay. We'll do that.
But it does look like the 444 car of Shoot isn't going to impede him. Shoot's going to be starting his lap, and Scott is going to be finishing his.
Yeah, Case Shooty, I think his last name is. There's a new guy. Yeah, Shooty. New guy in our leagues. Joined us for Rookie Mondays and was doing really well. So gave him a quick nudge and said, hey, you should consider joining us in the big boy leagues. And found out that he had some time on Thursdays. And I think he's going to do quite well.
Yeah, he's so far setting not the worst lap. About in the middle of the pack right now. Well, kind of front middle of the pack. Down in third place. We see currently pole position held at a 156.0 by oh no. Poremba?
Poremba.
All right.
Matt, a regular at 949. Since those leagues are done, looking for some new places to drive. Obviously showing his talent on the board there. Besting one of our regulars, Ali Raza, for the time being. I'm sure they both will be giving each other a pretty good push for the win here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that was the best lap for Ali Raza. I'm sure he has a lot more pace in it. Already about a 10th up on his lap. And we see Beach League, and we are gonna get some KTM action. Don't worry. And we see Gosu Motorsports in chat.
Yeah, we Ali Raza actually races go-karts in real life, so you can see some of those skills being transferred over to his sim racing career.
Yeah, that's go-karts are great. I taught a go-kart class for a while, but yeah.
Do tell.
I taught 8 to 16-year-olds how to drive go-karts.
Nice.
Yes, it was quite fun.
I was curious, did you see any of the kids that you were like, okay, this kid is passionate about it and is going to do well?
Oh yeah, and especially when they become fast and then they become extremely dedicated, it's absolutely hilarious when they become faster than you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, I mean, all right. What do I do?
I'm the teacher, and they have a long future ahead of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're just like casually 10 years old. Like, you know, I mean, they're light. I guess that can be their excuse.
So I did want to go through the list real quick here, Mr. Nause. We have Poremba, Schlieder looking really good, Raza, Juan Caires, as I've been told to pronounce his name, Jeremy Story, BOA admin, looks like he's pretty high on the charts there, doing well, Masachero, Shooty in 7th right now, Engelman 8th, Chronotis 9th, Scott Keselowskis 11th, Diego, the alternate Masachero, or the duplicate, in 12th, Burkhoff 13th, Bruner 14th, and Afonso in 15th. So that's not a really true lap, but man, we have 33 cars out here today in our Thursday multi-class. I think that's going to be uber exciting.
Yes, absolutely. And we see Jabrowski in chat asking, it's going to be all GT4s. No, it is going to be multi-class racing here. Currently, we see for the first half of qualifying, the GT3 cars out doing their qualifying laps. Then after that, we'll see the GT4s come out.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's Adam who's going to be supporting some of the CC racing guys like Matt Haight and Pulaski and Delbecki. And who else? Or Delbeck. And I think there's one more. Is Gabe not in here? Yeah, Gabe Carnes. There we go. whole bunch of Formula racing guys from Oakland University here in the Metro Detroit area.
Sounds like you're trying to recruit them for your track days.
Oh, some of them already are.
Oh, well, alrighty, there you go. Kozlowskis,
Yeah,
there we go, setting a very nice lap. Busting into P5 there, about a second off the pace. And okay, that one's going to be a minute till I get that one right. Paremba. There we go, rule of threes. Paremba is going to be holding that pole position right now at a 1:55.6. Very good time indeed. Schlieder right behind him. Currently improving on his lap. Not by much just yet, but has a lot to go. He has to improve quite a bit to catch Paremba. You know, being dyslexic doesn't help.
I can relate, but I don't think to the same extent as you. I just try to find similarities, I guess.
Porridge.
Yeah. Yeah. The porridge mamba.
I was thinking imba porridge, but all right.
Alrighty. GT4 is about to go out here. That, just a note, that 55 that was set, that's on a fast track. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, very good time indeed here. And Niall Schlitter here. Going to be trying to challenge that, currently about a 10th up, about a 10th up on his time. Improving, maybe going to go about 3/10 on this lap at most, I'm thinking. It depends if he gets this chicane right. Very twitchy into the chicane. Trying to get that front end to grip up. And he sends it deep into the corner there, as you have to. Rear end just trying to step out as that Porsche wants to. Cross the line. He's going to be putting in a 1:56.1. Not quite enough to get that pole position. And now we're going to start seeing the GT4 cars come out on the track here as these GT3s are ending their lap. There's still plenty more on laps. Not many improving, though. Currently leading the GT3s here is going to be the 323 car, Matthew Haight. And then also Eric Gukasi in here, who we are in the booth with.
Yeah, so I'm actually trying to mute my microphone so you don't hear the clicky clicks of my my shifters here, as I'm sure is coming through the mic right now. But yeah, KTM, as we go off here, it's a bit of a struggle, to be honest with you. It's drove it in the rookie series, pretty understeery overall. Dropped the brake bias a little bit, which doesn't seem like it took, so we got to do that again. But yeah, not fast in the straights and not fast in the corners. I have seen it go fast under the skillful hands of the 949 legend Giuseppe Kostovic, but we are mere mortals relative to Mr. Kosti. So see what we could pull out of this little thing over here.
Yeah, and Lord West, so just to explain this qualifying format to you once more, we have the GT3 cars that will go out there for the first 10 minutes, and then the GT4 cars after that. So the GT3 cars are currently in the pits waiting for the race to start because their qualifying is over. Eric's starting his lap here. Jump on board with him. Into turn one, dives extremely deep.
All go and no stop, looks like. Trying to just get a valid lap so we're not all the way back, and then we'll see if we can improve on that.
All right,
well, we'll hopefully definitely improve on the absolute garbage lines we've got over here.
We'll take the pressure off you and go off board. I muted myself in Discord chat. We're not going off board. We're going to stay with him here. as he goes very hot into what I think is the Schumacher S's, but I don't remember. Oh, don't worry, Lord West, we are. He just doesn't know that we're going to. And I guess I haven't said my name yet. I'm Mike, Mike Nause, so fair enough. But Eric here. Honestly, not on the worst lap. Okay, the uphill is the Schumacher S's. Okay, perfect. Thank you. It's the only turn on this track that I can pretty much name. Besides, like, the Mercedes section or whatever. Wow, feathering that throttle. Honestly, Eric handling that KTM very well. We got Hoot. Hoot. Absolute legend. Thank you for being here. Now, on board with Eric, still here. Finishing on this lap, bit twitchy into the final corner. Very nice exit, though. Comes across the line, looking like he's going to be setting a 2:11.1. So far, slowest lap set. So Eric, how was that lap? Right in the middle of a corner.
No, it's pretty terrible, but we're expecting greater things in the next one, so.
All right, we stayed on board with you the whole time. I lied. I just muted myself in Discord.
I know, I could see the stream. I don't mind the pressure. It's just Chikara is genuinely terrible. And it doesn't help to have no practice in it. We're gonna try and impress you guys down here.
Well, I'm not on board with you anymore.
Oh, great.
Currently on board with Beachley here. I'll mute myself just so I don't disturb Eric too much. But got the Audi here. Currently Beachley leading the GT4 pack. Oh, actually getting taken by Sapien. The 13 seconds off the pace, not a 13.0. So these deltas are not really too relevant. But for the times, we're looking at a 2:08. And then 2:08.7 for Sapien, 2:09.4 for Beachley. Beachley currently up about a second on his lap here. Driving the Audi, a car that I actually am familiar with somewhat. It's one of the few GT4 cars I've done a league with. And into the Schumacher S's. Looked very nice, very composed on entry and exit. Currently a second up on his lap, about a second and a half. Gonna be coming across the line here to take pole. He isn't, he goes third in GT4 class for right now. P19 overall. In front of them here, we have Reggie King. And in front of that, Provolone taking pole position. Very nice lap indeed from Provolone. Guzman behind them. Sapien. A little bit further back. The 2:08.7 and a wow, both Guzman and Sapien have a 2:08.7.000. All right. They're exactly the same time. That is extremely impressive driving from both of them, honestly. But both of them definitely going to be looking to improve. Guzman, not so much on this lap. Sapien, though, going to be coming across the line now. Improves 2 positions up to P20. P4 in class. We'll jump back down to Eric here. He's about midway through his lap and about a second up on his. 1 minute and 47 seconds left in qualifying. Cars, pretty much all of them will be able to start another lap. Every car is far enough in on the lap to do so. Should not be any issue whatsoever. So we should see these times improving a lot as the track rubbers in and heats up. I think the track was fast when we joined. Track, though, looking quite decent out there right now. That little KTM, talking about go-karts, that thing's basically a go-kart. Jumping on board with him, climbing up the hill here. Gonna be braking at about the 50-meter board there. Dives into it, down to second gear. Short shifts to third there. Car gets a little unsettled. It's extremely light, very deep, very slow in. Trying to go for the fast out approach here. Come across the line, scrubbed off quite a bit of time actually in that final corner. About 6/10 up, gonna be coming across the line. And does improve, but doesn't improve his position. Okay. A little bit further down, or up, we Justin Moffat here. I don't know why I'm jumping on him. He's on an outlap, actually. No point in that. Sapien, though, is not on an outlap. He's going to be finishing up his lap very soon. See how that goes for him. Currently about 2/10 up on his delta. Trying to climb up around the final corner here. Not the greatest final corner. He's only going to be improving by about, not even a tenth, about half a tenth. That is not going to be enough to improve his position, I don't think. Provolone here, currently up on his lap, but not really necessary as, I guess, Del Buque here can come back and beat him. Unfortunately, don't have his livery downloaded. And I think Eric Gukasian is the last car on a lap. Besides, I guess there's also Carney's. Awesome. Thank you, Hoot. There we go. Oh, Hoot, I read your thing as earlier that the Audi sounded great. Sorry about that. But thank you, I appreciate that. And Eric now going to be finishing up his lap, 2.5 up. Eric, tell me how that lap feels as we come across the line with you.
I mean, much better. That was a 1.6 second gain in one lap, so I'm not upset about that. That's for sure.
Yeah, you definitely improved a couple positions there. As you improved half a second your previous lap, but no positions.
Yeah, I think we still have more in it. We'll still have more in it. We'll find some pace as we go through the race. Yeah, our tire pressures were a little off. So yeah, we'll figure it out. We're looking positive. Only forward movements from this point on.
All right. Do you want me to move you anywhere?
It's up to you. If you'd like me to hang out and we can continue chatting in here, or we can drop me down to pre-race briefing and hang out with the rest of the folk.
Adios. All right. Eric's now out of here. Just us, chat. As I should go and probably hit drive, and we can do a quick grid rundown. We have quite a few cars here on chat, or on track, and we'll click through to do a rundown from them because this way is not the greatest. So, starting in P1 here, we have the 949 car of Paremba, followed up behind him. Quite a bit off the pace, honestly, from Paremba is Ali Raza. Also behind that, Schletter, lining up next to Schletter, or Niall Schletter, is going to be Juan. I apologize, Juan, but Caris is how I'm going to say it, in the 12 Porsche. Got and Andreas Mostasero behind him in the 14 Porsche. A lot of Porsches in the front here. Behind that is going to be Koslowskis in P6. Kronotis in P7. Very nice qualifying from him. Story in P8. Mike Burkov in the Audi P9. Got Jet Engelman down in P10. The lovely Kingfisher Ferrari 747. Behind that's going to be Shoot. Then we will have Afonso and Ricky Scott. Not the greatest qualifying. He is the one we were on board with initially, down in P13. Got a way to go to get through the field. Behind him is going to be Brunner. Behind him as well, it's going to be Colin, then Mostasero. Provolone is going to be leading our GT4 pack here, as this is a multi-class race here at the Nürburgring. So in P17, leading the GT4s is going to be Jason Provolone. Behind that, Reggie King. E19, going to be Beachley. Behind that is going to be Lackney. Then Del Buque, Sapien, Guzman, Haight. Got another Guzman. We have two Guzmans. Okay. Wait. Or am I... What did I do? Anyways. Behind Guzman, we have Polgarin, Karnas, Moffitt in P28, Ergukassian, P29, Camacho, P30, and Vericosa, P31, bringing up the rear of the field in the Alpine. Got an Alpine in the back of the field and an Alpine in the front of the GT4 field. Lamborghini bringing up the rear. And then an AMG heading off all of these Porsches here. Yeah, I didn't get the latest liveries, unfortunately. I know, I had one job. I failed. Ali Raza, though, in the bright yellow and purple Porsche. Car number 30 here. Gonna be trying his best to catch up here with the 949 AMG of Paremba. Kronotis, the first non-Porsche leading the pack here in the BMW. Behind that, couple Audis. Got two Audis side by side with each other here. P8 and P9. Behind that, Jet Engelman in a Ferrari. Overall here, this is going to be an hour and 15-minute race. It's going to be one race tonight. Drivers have a long way to go. So do you and me. So, let's get a drink of water. I don't know where there's my water bottle. Stay hydrated, everyone. These cars are about halfway through their formation lap. Plenty of time to go and get a drink of water if you don't have one already. Nürburgring, not the shortest track, not the longest either. I unfortunately don't know much about this iteration of the Nürburgring. I know more about the Nordschleifer, but that's just because I'm a nerd like that. Yeah, GAT, that sounds like a good night. As these cars now going to be lining up very early, going into the Schumacher S's. We see here this large grid of multi-class racing. Going to be GT3s, Paremba, Ali Raza, then Niall Schletter leading the top three here. Leading the top three of the GT4s, we have Jason Provolone, Reggie King, and Justin Beachley. All these cars are going to be eager to get underway here as we see the front pack rounding start-finish straight here. Noah's Ark formation, 2x2, getting ready to go green here at the Nürburgring for the first, though the only race of tonight. Very good start from Paremba, looking like he's going to hold down that P1. Tucks down the inside, going very defensive, but Ali Raza going to try to go even more inside, sends it down. Looks like Paremba's giving him the space, very fair. We don't see any contact down the field, luckily. Everyone making it through turn 1 very cleanly here. Jason Provolone still leading the pack, but getting overtaken by Reggie King in the front of the GT4 field. We do see yellow flag Camacho down a little bit further, unfortunately there, but up the field we see looks like everything has pretty much maintained the same here, as we see Paremba followed up by yeah, Lord West. I'd love to do that. I wish I could go back and like watch them again, but I gotta keep an eye out for that action. But we can hop on board right now with Niall Schletter, who is going to have a great view of this Ali Raza and Paremba battle here. Behind him, just 3 Porsches and then an Audi, who's sandwiched by 2 Porsches. Niall Schletter pushing the wheels off of that Porsche right now, trying to stay with these guys. Going into the Schumacher S is breaking at the 50-meter board here. Down to 2nd gear. He stays in 3rd. Very, very all right. He's faster than me, it turns out. We do see some yellow flags down the field, unfortunately. And you know what? Why don't we do this? As we see Ali Raza trying to tuck down the inside, just have a look. And he is going to have even more of a look down the inside, but trying to go for the switchback around the next corner is going to be very difficult in this sector here. This is the AMG, it's just like the Petronas AMG, not sure area. Ooh, Ali Raza though. Going to be challenging him anyways. Doesn't care how challenging it is. That Porsche giving the AMG a run for its money here. We see just how impressive it is to stay behind these guys here. Paremba with very good pace right now. Everybody having to make a mandatory pit stop at some point. That's what that one next to name is, Ali Raza there. Very good on the brakes with that Porsche. AMG a little bit heavier, has to brake a little bit early. But doing a great job so far, not giving any chance. As they climb up the hill here. And even still, got Schletter right behind him. And Ali Raza twitching through that sector. It looks like that car just very much struggling in that sector. He's not the only one with a twitchy rear end through there. Now coming into the Schumacher S's. We'll look a little bit further down the field here. Mostachero leading this pack of Schutt, Collin, and Brunner. Mostachero taking a little bit of a rally racing line. Then Schutt going down the inside. Gonna have the better line coming onto the start-finish straight. Both of them giving each other plenty of space, but Schutt looking like he got that overtake done fair and square. Mostachero gonna challenge around the outside again, but we'll see here. Schutt gonna be late enough on the brakes. He holds the inside, but Mostachero challenges on the outside. He's gonna have the inside line for this next corner. He manages to fight that position back. Lovely racing there from Mostachero, not wanting to give up that position for a second. I don't know, Lord West. I don't know how many are in Discord. See, yellow flag from Beachley. Oh no! Started in 2nd place, was doing so well. We go back and see what happened here. Oh, and he just makes contact with the BMW there of, I think that was Chronotis. Audi getting spun around, making a fairly safe rejoin, and rejoins the track back in P24. Oh, that wasn't Chronotis, excuse me. Chronotis he's innocent. That was Guzman. That was a GT4. I apologize for blaming Chronotis for being the innocent BMW. Jet in the barrier as well. Let's see what happened here. Does it look like this might have just been a self-induced error as he runs wide, unsettles that Ferrari, rear end just goes around, and he keeps it out of the barrier luckily, so not taking any damage. His tire is going to be thoroughly heated after that though. Not the way that Jet probably wanted to started that race. Yeah, that is a Ferrari strategy. Yes, that's absolutely. Give these GT4 cars some love here as we see Provolone chasing down Reggie. Provolone starting in pole position and quickly losing it to the Aston Martin here of Reggie King. Provolone going to try to have that run. That Aston Martin, though, is going to be so fast on the straights, I think, compared to this Porsche. But we'll see if the Porsche is going to tuck out of the slipstream here. Going to send it down the inside. Not quite. He thinks better of it there. As Reggie closes the gap quite hard, but then has a bit of a moment. Now, Provolone going around the outside. In a spot you normally do not see cars overtaking, and doing a great job of it. Takes that position back because Reggie King there just made a mistake. As simple as that. Probably should have went back to see that again, but that's okay. We see here Lackany chasing down Guzman, and then right behind that is going to be Del Buick. Unfortunately, yep, don't have Del Buick's livery. These guys seemingly fairly content where they're at, about a half second between each other, but Mostachero right on the diffuser here of Story. Gonna try to go around the outside in the final corner, go for the switchback. He's gonna have a much better run onto the straight here. That Audi power, not exactly known, well, for its power, really. I mean, it's a V10, but actually, the top speed there as he tucks out around the outside, extremely late on the brakes. Mostachero, side by side, keeps it on track, doesn't get that overtake done just yet. Very ambitious lunge there from Mostachero. But nonetheless, good attempt indeed. Clean racing all around here. And Mostachero looking very, very impatient. We'll stay with this for right now. As he flashes him, he is saying, "I am coming by," but Story says, "No, you are not." Defends the inside line. And then behind them, you also see Mike Burkov chasing down Keselowskis. About equally as close. And here we see Mostachero not quite getting it done. He's going to try in this back sector. It's going to be very tricky. Once you get to these S's, it's very high speed, not the place to overtake necessarily. But further up the field, oh, why did I tuck off of it? Of course, as soon as I go, we see there Mostachero, oops, hit my mic again. Mostachero making an easy overtake as Story makes a mistake. And further behind that, Mike Burkov and Keselowskis. We'll see if Mike Burkov can do anything here. Gonna try to send it down the outside. It looks like late on the, very, very late on the brakes. Gonna go for the switchback here into this kind of U-shaped turn complex. I think it's, like I said, the Mercedes sector. Mercedes Arena. There it is. I feel like that's only going to get confusing, but I'll say it anyways. But let's give these GT4s some love once again here. So we see Justin Moffett chasing down Camacho still. Now Aston Martin. Camacho trying to defend heavily here. Absolutely clobbers the curbs as those GT4s can do. Justin Moffett gonna try to go for the alternate line again here. See if he can manage to get the run. The Audi, once again, not known for its top speed necessarily. That Aston Martin, though, I think is. And looking like he is going to send it down the inside here of turn 1. Manages to have contact mid-apex there. Looked like Camacho closing the door maybe a little bit too aggressively, I think. But Moffett getting by nonetheless. We can go back and see that overtake once more as they go side by side into turn 1. And we see, yeah, that was just, I think, Camacho closing the gap a little bit too ambitiously there. And Moffett getting by. A bit further back, we see Vericosa chasing down, well, not even chasing down now, looking like he's going to try to overtake Carnes. Not quite just yet. Behind that, Eric Gukasian lurking in the shadows, man who was with us earlier in qualifying. We will see if any of these guys can manage to crack here under this pressure. So we're moving here very shortly to the 1 hour mark. We're 15 minutes into this race. All these drivers still need to pit. None of them doing so yet, as would be expected and is good, because there was not much contact on the first lap. And we see there Eric Gukasian going to try to send it. Thinks better of it. AMG defending valiantly right now. And all of this defending, Carnes is pulling away. He is extremely happy that Eric is pressuring right now. Eric weaving around. Can't find that line. Ooh, but there we go. That's going to be a pretty good opportunity as he's going to have his momentum sort of canceled after eating that curb. I don't know that KTM, though. I don't know how fast it is. I don't know much about the KTM. It looks like it's not that fast. Yeah, by the looks of it, I think the AMG is faster than it while it's in its slipstream, and the AMG running wide there is going to give a chance to the crossbow of Eric. We'll see if he can get it done here. He's going to try to look down the inside, but thinks better of it again. I'm not a fan of overtakes that take more than one attempt. You're meant to just, you got to lick the stamp and send it. You can't be looking. As we see a car off the track there, Carnes, not sure what happened there. Can we go back and find out? As he was ahead of them and pulling away after all this battling. Runs off onto the curbing, and the Porsche just going. That rear engine car, when it goes, it's just gone. And Carnes showing that very well to the point. Now going to be chasing down Martin in the Alpine, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately for Martin, as Martin has gained a position from that. Carnes getting bumped down to last place. And currently getting lapped by the GT3 field. First of the runners here up at the front. We'll see if Ali Raza can make an opportunity out of this lap traffic, as he's going to want to have a look here on Paremba. He's been patient so far, but we see Schlieder as well going into this side by side with Ali Raza. There's contact. Ali Raza's off the track a little bit, at least off the racing line. Schlieder gets by. Ali Raza coming off worse from that traffic. Zap, how's it going? Good to see you. And unfortunately, did Martin die? I would imagine so. Where'd Martin go? Let's see. Yeah, he's down in P30. Currently battling with Varricosa, who also must have had a... Well, no, I think we saw that incident. Let's... Okay. You did it. Congratulations, you did it. He runs extremely wide, loses a position to Carnes there, and getting lapped again. You're welcome. Further up the field, though, we see the McLaren here, Brunner, chasing down Mostachero in the Lamborghini, 84 car. I think he's been in that position for a little bit now. Probably going to be getting a little impatient. And is going to be coming onto the back straight here. It's going to be a pretty good opportunity to do so. See if he can do anything here. Not quite. That Lamborghini fast. It's very fast. Nando, how's it going? Ooh, as we see there, the Lamborghini coming off way worse from lap traffic right there. Brunner now sending it around the outside. Gonna have the inside for the next corner. Seals it. Now that's what I was talking about earlier. You lick the stamp and you send it. You don't have multiple looks. You just go for it. And if it works, it works. We see yellow flag from Del Buque. Not sure what happened there. It didn't look like it was too serious. But William Collin side by side with Jet Engelman here. Porsche and the Ferrari. Jet having a Ferrari strategy earlier and binning it accidentally in this part of the track here. Luckily, though, doesn't this time. William Collins staying ahead for right now. We also see there Professor Kanotis, worthy to take note, has entered the pits. Currently sitting down in P16, back of the GT3 field. That is a nice blue and yellow. The baby blue and then, like, gold. Oh, but Jet gonna have the inside in the AMG Arena? Mercedes Arena. We'll get there eventually. And Jet sailing by. Actually manages to get by with ease there. Behind that, see Afonso coming into shot. Awesome, gotta love it, Ondo. Yeah, that was quite the line. It worked. But, as we see him getting held up in traffic there, William Collin gonna go for it maybe. And that Porsche, very good on the brakes, but so is the Ferrari, for that matter. Both the cars, very good at what they do. Which is, you know, driving. Which I guess kind of goes without saying, but anyways. William Collin gonna be trying to go around the outside, has the overspeed completely. Jet maybe had a bit of a moment, but causing him to snap to that wheel made him lose all that momentum. Didn't quite get that done. And now Jet getting a very good overtake on that lap traffic, but William following him right through, gonna stay with him. Behind that, Afonso as well getting through. And we'll see if this Porsche can go late enough on the brakes here to send it down the inside. Side by side into turn 1. Looking like it's going to be side by side to turn 2 as well. Jet holding that position for right now. Colin trying to get round. But if this battling keeps up, Afonso, who's navigated that traffic very well, is now right in the clutches of them. Or they're in the clutches of him. And I go back to what I said earlier here. Colin needs to just go for one move. Be content. There's 54 minutes left in the race. You can't, you're losing time. Behind them, the Mad Panda. I think, is that the Mad Panda Mercedes? That's a really good question, Ondo. So, it's the responsibility of the faster. Whoa, no, what just happened? Sorry, I'll answer that question here in a second. I do want to go back and see what happened there, as I think Afonso, both of them just having a moment. Yeah, Colin going on the grass, Afonso just following him into the gravel, and Afonso losing it, Colin not. So this, oops, that happens. But Jet now relieved of that pressure. And further up the field. Whoa, we see a lot of action up the field. I will answer that question, I promise you. Right now, though, a lot of action. Ollie Raza getting bumped down the field. Was leading this field, well, almost leading the field. Down in second. Is all the way down in fifth now. Story getting by him. Schlieder as well. And Ollie Raza going to be having a look on Mastachero. Oh, there was? I didn't see that. Good spot. Okay, well now seems like a decent time to answer your question. So, it is the responsibility of the faster car to make the overtake. However, when it comes to blue flags, there is absolutely no responsibility for the... Oh, Kozlowskis is off. See what happened there real quick. As he's going for an overtake, actually lapping a Porsche here. Oh, some lapped car contact. You hate to see it. And struggling to rejoin. But anyways, it is responsibility of a faster car. But the blue flags, they're not responsible to get out of the way whatsoever. They're entitled to their race and can stick to their line. But it is common decency or common courtesy to stick to the racing line and do not stray from it, and then let the faster car do the hard work. That is my opinion, and that's a lot of official ruling in how it works when it comes to blue flag traffic in GT racing and whatnot. I think the FIA-WEC, no, what is it? FIA-WEC, the World Endurance Championship. That's their ruling. But you can get penalties for impeding. But we're making this needlessly complicated. Brunner going down the inside of Mastachero. Mastachero going for the switchback, though. Going to have the way better exit, over speed, into the corner. Absolutely lovely. Gets that position back. I don't see this battle ending anytime soon either. Brunner, same pace. Both of them lapping just about the same. Actually, not quite, but still. They are one with each other this race. I think I haven't been on a GT4 in a while, so we'll jump back here. So we've seen a lot of lap traffic. We see a little bit more back there. Actually, I think that's side-by-side action. Is there a Ferrari with a battle? Nope, Jet, that was lap. Okay. Anyways, we see currently we're looking at Lackney chasing down Moffitt, and Moffitt chasing down Del Buque. Porsche, Aston, Porsche, and then right there, that was a Aston lapping. I think that was Shoot getting by, and then as well, you see Jet Engelman getting by, lapping. All these cars getting out of the way very nicely. The safest thing to do in lap traffic is be predictable. If you're off the racing line, stay off the racing line. If you're on it, stay on it. Just be predictable. That's best advice. Ooh, Ollie Raza, though. This is a bit unpredictable. Going around the outside of Mostachero. These guys have been scrapping all night so far. A lot of these drivers planning their strategies out beforehand, putting on just the right amount of fuel till they can pit and then take some more. That way they can get the best lap time. But I don't think this battling is helping anyone's lap time. But it sure is entertaining. I cannot disagree with that. Ollie Raza and Mostachero absolutely fighting it out. And as well, see Mostachero going for Story now. I think Ollie Raza's being a little bit more content, realizing there still is 48 minutes left in the race, and there's plenty of time to get an overtake done. These guys are lapping currently 157s, 157.4. They do need to pick up the pace a little bit if they want to catch that front pack, but behind them, everyone else is lapping 158. The three of these guys have the pace to just pull ahead of everybody if they just stick with it and lap. But I do not see them doing this. Ollie Raza gonna go for it here. At least looking like it. Porsche on Porsche action. Not quite, though. Mostachero extremely late on the brakes, and Ollie Raza missing the apex a little bit there. But Mostachero so late on the brakes, that's going to compromise his exit into turn one, or into this start-finish straight here. We'll see if the Porsche can manage to get the speed on the Porsche, but he's not even close. But the other Porsche, Mostachero, round the outside of the Audi. There's contact. Audi coming off better, though. Mostachero not getting by. Looked like just a small little bump right there. But Ollie Raza going to try to take an opportunity here. Oh, no! As we see Mostachero pushing Story off the track. I want to go back, and I want to see that from the onboard. As we see here, just slightly too late on the brakes, unfortunately. And as we jump back here, we'll see if Ollie Raza has gotten ahead of Mostachero. Unfortunately, didn't see that, but I wanted to see that contact once more, as that was very unfortunate. Overall, though, very clean racing throughout the entire field. We see Shoot chasing down Jet. Not sure what happened there. Shoot falling down the field quite heavily. Wants to have a challenge on Jet. Going to be very difficult to do so. That Ferrari showing pretty good pace so far, despite the few errors they've had. Still managing to pull pretty good lap times out. Jet lapping a 158.3, which is pretty much faster than most people ahead of him right now. Oh, they're lapping it. Yeah, okay. We're looking at the right window. We're good. A little bit further down, though, in the GT4 field, we see a scraped up Porsche getting overtaken by Lackney. There it was. And now, under pressure from Beachley. Beachley trying to recover what he can after having... I don't remember what happened to him, unfortunately, but I know it was not great. We'll hop on board with Beachley, in fact. Why not? Watch him chase down Del Buque here. Climbing the hill into the Schumacher S's. The Audi just clobbering the brake board or the pylon. Getting a great exit. Wow, that Audi extremely planted through that sector. The Porsche running wide here. That's going to give the Audi the advantage. Oh, but he lifts. Oh, he had it. Oh, you got to get your elbows out there a little bit, man. I know it's tough, but that lift right here, I know it's tough not to do it, but unfortunately I did. I wanted to catch that again, but we missed it. That is so, it feels like the right thing to do in the moment, but looking back at it, yeah, Beachley is still behind Del Buque. I probably should not have went back there, as he definitely had an overtaking chance, but anyways. You gotta just, when in doubt, flat out. There's no question about it. Now Beachley getting lapped by Chronotis. Getting out of the way very nicely. See if Del Buque manages to do the same, or if Chronotis gets held up there. Oops. There we go. Del Buque just tuck into the racing line. Chronotis getting that overtake done nice and easily. But Beachley falling behind now. Gonna have to make up some ground after... that's alright. It happens. Then we see Jet there, still defending his position from Chute. And I think we're starting to see some pit stops coming in here as we see Story in the pits, the 584 car, the Audi, doing his first pit stop. Looking like they're going for a short stint then a long stint. We see here Colin. Maybe gonna go for a move, not quite. These guys definitely need to pick up the pace a little bit here. Jet being a little bit of a roadblock to them, but doing a great job holding his position nonetheless. Looking a bit further down the field here, Beachley. We'll see if he can manage to get done what he couldn't last lap. Will he tuck it down the inside here? He does. Has a look. Has a lunge. I think he broke a little too early, though. And Del Buque stays ahead for now. Beachley being very passive. I respect the passive driving. I do. But it's taking a very alternate line. That's going to lose him quite a bit of time there. Looking like just a bit of a snap. Anyways, we'll jump down to Vericosa, who's going for Camacho. Camacho. Well, it's actually Anthony Camacho, but getting overtaken by Vericosa around the outside of almost a little bit of contact there, but Vericosa knows what he's doing. Gets that overtake done very well. It's a great job indeed. Looking back at the fight here with Chute and Jet. There's going to be contact there. Jet getting a bit of a bump draft. And Chute coming off worse from that calling. Going to try to go around the outside and take advantage of it, but not a chance. They go down the start-finish straight once again here. 40 minutes left, excuse me, of this race. Probably will start to see some pit stops coming in here fairly soon, I would imagine. A lot of these drivers going to be probably running a bit low on fuel. Definitely, I mean, the lap times aren't really improving. The tires are going to be falling off. Not sure if drivers, we see Del Buque there as well, having another bit mistake, unfortunately. Moffitt here chasing down Lackney. And that's Schlitter in the other Porsche up ahead with the big Wang. That is in the 37 car. So he got around the lap traffic. And the Aston Martin, not going to send it just yet. Porsche holding on for now. looking up way up the field here. We got Masachero still chasing Ali Raza, even after all of the action that's gone on and more that's even still going on. These two pushing like absolute madmen. One of them is going to pit here soon. I'm going to go for either the undercut. The other one's probably going to try to do the opposite of them and stay out as long as they can, really. Try to get that overcut and have that tire delta towards the end, but I'm not sure. I think that it might be the right strategy to go for the undercut here. Lap times have fallen off tremendously. Currently, Paremba, the leader of this race, who I know we have not talked about much, but has been leading this race by about 10 seconds, well, 11 seconds for the past while now. And he's going to probably continue to do so, or they're going to continue to do so. But Ali Raza here, getting chased by Masachero. Whoops. Okay, these two have been fighting it out, but Jet, I want to see this though. Jet currently, I think Shoot is going to get that overtake done. Jet was defending for a long time. And it looks like Shoot is going to get that overtake done. And I think Shoot probably has the pace over Jet, as, well, Jet hasn't been able to pull away too much from Shoot whatsoever. See if he manages to keep up the pace and pull away from Jet. But Jet's staying with him for now. Oh, we see Provolone in the pits. I think Guzman as well. I don't know why I went back to... He's just... That's still yet to pit. Half the field has taken their mandatory pit stop thus far. And now we see the front runners all coming in at the same time, actually. Very interesting indeed. I would have expected a little bit of alternate strategy. And actually, I think Paremba stayed out. So Masachero, Carries, and Raza coming in, but Paremba staying out for right now, which I don't blame him. A lot of drivers now in the pits taking their mandatory stop. We'll look down here at the GT4 field. They probably have a little bit longer to go. Not too much action on track right now as everyone's sorting their pit stop phasing out. Great drive, though, so far from Justin Moffat. Still yet to pit, but nonetheless, currently running P19, I think P4 in class, P3 in class. And chasing down Lackany. See if they can manage to keep that pace up. I think, though, as they're about to get lapped here, see them fall back just a bit. These two, though, Shoot and Masachero now. Stop! I need to stop hitting my mic. Shoot, doesn't look like he has the pace on Masachero just yet. Probably see maybe one of them come in, but I say that, and Masachero makes a mistake, and Shoot just gets by with ease. Honestly, let's go back and see what happened there. Ooh, and he just goes into the gravel, has to lift massively, and that Aston Martin comes sailing by. The very nice overtake, very opportunistic overtake from Shoot there. Are we... Oh, these are all people going by the pits? Yeah, okay. Runner coming in. Masachero out of the pits now. Still chasing Ollie Raza here. Ollie Raza struggling for a bit of pace. But so is Monstachero for that matter here. Both of them lapping. We'll see here when they cross the line. I guess that was their outlap. Okay, that didn't count. Getting by that Alpine right there. We see Kozlowskis. Not sure what happened there. Gets onto the gravel, just exactly the same thing that we saw just a few moments ago. Hate to see it. Such an easy mistake to make. This track extremely non-forgiving. And now, Moffitt wanting his revenge on Beachley here. See if he can manage to get this done. Beachley's shown decent pace so far. Currently, well, these lap times are actually Moffitt lapping faster overall by about 0.7 of a second to Beachley's fastest lap. That doesn't mean much of anything, but still, just an observation. Ooh, Ollie Raza though. Sorry to jump back and forth between these two battles, but Ollie Raza chasing down, and I don't know if he's gonna, we'll see. I think he just got a good bit of lap traffic there for a second. This here is Lackney on Del Buque. Then in front of that is Polgarin. Looks like Del Buque getting by Polgarin in a very tricky position there. And, ooh, very late on the brakes. Is Polgarin gonna lose out to, well, everyone, but I think that was Lackney as well. Yep, as we're on board with Lackney as well, getting by Del Buque. That was a very quick overtake there. Think that, and actually is we have Del Buque falling into the grips of Beachley again. Behind that, I see a lot of action going on though. Looks like that isn't just one class. This is the bunch of multi-class right now, where we have GT3s and GT4s all converging. We see overtake after overtake here. Can't tell who is who. They're all just cars. But they're all just cars going side by side with each other, and that is what we like. Paremba still yet to pit. I see that in the top left there. Very interesting indeed. Staying out very long. Currently a 54 second gap over second place of Shoot in the Aston Martin. Mike Burkov on Chronotis here. Chronotis gonna try to go for the switchback. Not quite. Thinks better of it. Mike Burkov just with that tremendous amount of speed on that BMW there through that sector. Goes up into 9th place. Cars in front of him still yet to pit. Afonso, one of them. Monstachero, Shoot. Wow, Shoot hasn't pit yet? And he's 54 seconds behind Paremba? Am I seeing that right? Man's on demon time. Okay. Yeah, that guy's, he's absolutely flying. I thought Shoot had pit, but I guess I was wrong. Just a massive gaggle of cars here. We see a contact, massive bit of contact. Aston Martin getting spun off. Not sure which Aston that was there. Quite a few drivers coming off. Not great from that encounter. Is that Reggie King? I think that was Reggie King, yep. And I've now lost that group. Anyways, Ollie Raza's still chasing down Mostachero. Feel like I could be a broken record saying that. Mostachero getting by the car of Afonso, still yet to pit here. About 30 minutes left of this race, 29 here, and Mostachero wrestling that Porsche by. Looking like Ollie Raza is going to follow suit and get by around the inside corner there. Then there is another Porsche of Carice right behind that. And Ollie Raza making that move stick, it looks like there. Very nice indeed. Yeah, as he's going to take the very fast line through there, carrying his speed, and is just going to pull away from these two. Now we see Carice struggling to get by the non-pitted car, the 999 Mad Panda of Afonso. And there, very, very trivial overtake for Carice. Gets that done without any issue. Further down, we see the 139 car, BMW, chasing down Del Buick here. We'll see if Del Buick can hold him off for a little bit. Not sure if he will be able to, though, as this BMW looks very threatening in this, probably in this wing mirror of Del Buick. See the BMW backing off a little early, but for good reason. Del Buick not backing off early enough. Gets overtaken by both. Well, I guess it gets lapped as well by Colin. And overtaken by Guzman. And Guzman now currently in P21 in that BMW. Doing what he can to chase down Haight. As he has a massive moment onto the gravel, but doesn't care. That BMW just carrying on. Round the kink. Going to go for it into the Schumacher S's. Through the outside, taking the hard way around. Not going to happen. I didn't think so. It was a very ambitious look, but he has not given up yet. He keeps looking around the final corner. Runs wide. He's going to try to go around the outside of turn one. Looks like Haight being quite defensive, actually. And he's going to have to go very late on the brakes here. Is Guzman going for the switchback. Going to have the way better line into this Mercedes arena sector. But too good of a line as he gets held up by that Porsche. Not quite. Still carrying that speed. Tries to take the outside line again. That Porsche holding him off for right now. Damage on the front diffuser. Oh, and there's contact. Looks like that chonky BMW there just giving a little shove to Haight. Getting his elbows out. Gets by quite easily after that. Not a bad overtake, I would say, from Guzman. Bit impatient, but gotta get your elbows out at some point. And Ollie Raza here, still chasing down Mostachero. I think he's very content where he's at the moment. He's probably gonna wait for a little bit till he pounces. I don't think he has any intention right now. We'll see. Watch him under the start-finish straight, hop on board with him, but it does look like that Ali Raza just has the inferior setup actually to Mastachero. Mastachero pulling away in the straights even while he has the slipstream. And yes, the corners are where you overtake, but you got to have the exit and the power to get that overtake done. It's one of the most important things when it comes to racing. A bit too much aero here, too much fuel, who knows? But pushing like a madman still. Doesn't matter how much fuel he's on. He wants to hunt down that Porsche of Mastachero. Oh, and we see now Carnus going in the pits, getting his stop done. Yo! TJ, thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated, brother. We're just currently watching some multi-class racing here at the Nürburgring. Got cars absolutely everywhere, GT3 and GT4. Got 32 cars on track currently. Leading this race, we have Matt Paremba leading this race by a country mile, practically. Leading over a minute to shoot, and shoot also yet to pit. How can you get GT3s? There's a, when you're creating a server, you can create a mixed setting. And that basically makes it so you can have, I think, whatever you want, race against whatever you want. But yeah, further down the field though, Ali Raza in 5th position here has been absolutely chasing Mastachero down like an animal, an absolute animal here. As there's 20 minutes left in this race, he has been on his bumper the entire race, hasn't given up. He did start in front of Mastachero in P2, but Mastachero got him at the start. And then currently leading our GT4 field here, we have Provolone, who started on pole. Jason Provolone driving very well as well, leading 17 seconds, so not quite as much here over Reggie King in the Aston, followed by that the BMW of Jose Guzman. Yeah, they would actually. So that's the thing though, is you're not racing the GT3s, you're racing the fellow GT4s. So from P17 to 32 are GT4s, and then P16 to 1 are GT3s. So 16 of our cars are GT3s and 16 are GT4s, meaning that they can compete against each other, and as well as the GT3s if, you know, there's DNF or whatnot. But so far, no drivers yet to DNF, actually. Everyone who has started this race is still in it. Very exciting indeed. Ali Raza, he hasn't made too many looks recently, so the fact that he's making a look now gives me a little bit of hope that he wants to go for an overtake. But there is still 20 minutes left in this race. I think he's going to wait until last second. These cars going down the straight. Ali Raza just doesn't have the top speed over Mastachero. I don't know what Mastachero would put in that Porsche, but Ali Raza just cannot get that overtake done on the straights. A bit further back, we got Brunner and Mastachero. These two as well, like glue, sticking to each other here. That didn't make any sense. Anyways, doing what he can to chase down Mastachero. He's done it before. I'm pretty sure he can do it again. That McLaren been looking fairly fast. See if he can manage that. Is actually a bit further down. Guzman and Beachley once again here, trying to resolve the position for P22. Crazy Rabbits crew. Let's see. I don't know which one of the. Oh, Paremba. He's doing terrible. He DNF'd. I know I just said there were no DNFs, but he DNF'd. No, not really. Paremba is currently in first place, leading over a minute to second place, and yeah, both of them are still yet to pit. So Paremba absolutely shredding the wheels off this AMG, lapping Provolone right now. Just absolutely tearing it up out there. A lot of other drivers here struggling. I'm seeing a lot of red lap times. People getting invalidations. Hopefully we don't see too many drive-thrus here. Turn back the relatives here as you can see who's racing who in the top left. Ah, Jose and Moffitt. All right. So we got Moffitt here. Down in P24. Overall is P3678. P8 in his class. And then Jose is, I think, a bit further up in P3 of his class, doing a great job in the BMW. Has already made his pit stop and has about 7 seconds to catch Reggie and has a 6-second gap to Haight. So overall, Jose is in a fairly comfortable position right now with 18 minutes left in this race. Behind that, though, Moffitt looking like he wants to get involved in this action here with Beachley trying to get by, I think that is Guzman? Or is that, oh, that's Ricky Scott. Wait, why is the GT4 trying to overtake the GT3? We see there, GT3 getting by BMW. Beachley taking the long line, gonna get that amazing exit onto the straight, but that BMW just so fast. Pulling away with ease. Into turn one, Beachley with a big lift. So very content where he's at right now. Lackney, though, gonna go for Haight. Around the outside, he's gonna have a great exit here from the Mercedes arena. But he doesn't have a good enough exit. Coming into the downhill section here, the fast left-hander. Very tricky corner indeed. Looking like that Porsche in front of Haight has a bit of damage on it. And we'll see if Lackney can manage to take advantage of that and get by, as this is probably holding Lackney up quite a bit. I think he wants to get this overtake done as soon as possible. But Haight doing a great job defending. To your Lackney going on the offensive, though. Going to try to go around the outside, but nothing. Now has a GT3 to contend with right behind him. We'll see how they manage that. Looks like Ricky Scott going to be wanting to get involved in this battle. Hopefully he doesn't try to make this 3 wide. And he does. Not quite. He backs out of it. Thinks better of it. Ricky Scott needs to just buy his time right now and let these two fight it out. And when he has the chance, like now, use that top speed. He's going to have the inside line around the kink and seals that nice and easily. And let Lackney and Haight battle it out still. And Haight staying ahead for right now. Although, this is going to be a really good opportunity for Lackney. Lackney taking the alternate line. Going to have a storming exit here onto the start-finish straight, onto Haight. Haight going extremely defensive on the inside. Sends it round the outside, does Lackney. Extremely late, way too late on the brakes. Goes off the track, onto the green, into the marbles. That's not going to work. Going to have to try that one again. Into the arena complex. He is now a bit further back than he was last lap, but immediately closes that gap right back up, showing that he has the pace to get by. And Ollie Raza and Story side by side. What happened here? Ollie Raza got ahead of Mostachero, looks like, and now we see battling for third position. Ollie Raza fighting side by side with Story as they're fighting all the way. Story is not giving up this position. Mostachero is going to try to get his nose involved in this as well and try to take that position back from Ollie Raza around the sweeping left-hander. Extremely exciting action here. Ollie Raza trying to get back into it, but fails to. Ollie Raza caught sleeping there. Good evening, I suck at this. How's it going? Ooh, yellow flag a bit further down the field. Not sure what happened there. Looks like it was race control being race control. Good morning from Germany, Racer Point. Ooh, Lackey 3 wide here with a GT3 car getting involved. And Lackey still not getting that overtake done. Hate doing an absolutely amazing job, and Lackey late on the brakes as always. Right, like nip and tuck with him, just. And he's going to try to take that alternate line, but I think that's not going to work this time as he didn't get the best exit onto the straight. Stick with him for right now, but yeah, that's going to be fairly difficult to overtake. Yeah. Whoa, and Ollie Raza getting involved here in some traffic, it looks like up ahead. GT4 is racing. This is what Ollie Raza wants to see, as he has been almost shafted by lap traffic, it seems like, so far. Looking like they get through it fairly easily so far. The arena complex, not the best place to encounter lap traffic, as you kind of just have to sit behind them for right now. Not much you can do. And we see that GT4 car on the inside. Not sure if that's hate. Yeah, it is hate. Gonna be getting lapped there. Gets out of the way very nicely. Lets these three GT3s battle away. Story leading them after... I think he was leading them, then he got overtaken, and now he's leading them again. And Ollie Raza, probably not the calmest head on his shoulders right now, I would imagine. I think he is going to be trying to drive the wheels off of that Porsche and try to overtake Mostachero, as these two, I think he is sick and tired of seeing that rear end of that gold and purple. I think he's seen that enough this race. Has a massive lift and coast. Gonna try to get the better exit here. Closes up massively as these two fight it out around the final corner, actually. We have a great view. They make a bit of contact. And it looks like Story gonna stay ahead for now. Pick the right time to go on board, that's for sure. And it now looks like actually Ollie Raza not going to go for that. As there's lap traffic, he thinks better of it, and the lap traffic going very deep into turn one, very respectfully. Looks like he is going to lift off and let Ollie Raza by as well. That was Guzman getting out of the way. Doing a very good job of doing so. Once again, leaving these three to scrap it out here as there's 10 minutes left in this race. Ollie Raza, like I said, I think he's going to be getting a little impatient at this point. We're running out of laps. Stick with these guys for now, though, as I think this is probably the most exciting battle on track. Mostly. I think that we still have a bit of action a bit further down with Haidt and Guzman. These three, absolutely incredible racing thus far. Bit of errors from everyone, but that's bound to be expected. Paremba now to pit. Shoot yet to pit. Paremba's out on track in first place, still 32 seconds ahead of Shoot. And actually Shoot going to be falling back quite a bit here. I think he's going to be falling back to about, probably about P15. Not sure if this overcut that he was going for is going to work out. I think his tires have fallen off way too massively, but I say that, and his lap times look pretty decent, so I don't know. And there we go. Mostachero gonna have Ollie Raza down the inside here. Ollie Raza gonna go very deep into the corner. Mostachero for the switchback. Is he gonna manage to get that done through the arena complex? I don't think so. I think Ollie Raza, after all this time, has managed to get that overtake finally done. Can he hold the position, though, as he's gotten the overtake done a few times already, but he pretty much immediately loses it. There was a yellow flag down the field there for Jet Engelman. Can we go back and see what happened there? Looks like a self-inflicted error once again from Jet. Onto the gravel. And he does manage to keep it out of the barrier still. Jet. Lucky, lucky man. And Ollie Raza all over Story now. Story needs to pick up the pace if he wants to get this P3. 8 minutes left in this race. Ollie Raza going to be tucking down the the outside for this corner. I don't know if that's going to be very ambitious. Now, that's going to give Mostachero the chance here into the final corner. I'm not sure I agree with that move. That's okay, though. Oh, we're not into the final corner. That's why. My brain's on the wrong part of the track. I thought we were here. But these three still just absolutely stuck to each other. We saw a car kind of going off the track there, but I think it was Ricky Scott. Not sure what was up there, but Haight. I do want to jump down here. Haight get on Guzman. And right behind that is Moffitt. Moffitt trying to get involved as well. Behind them, you see Beachley. 4 cars currently involved in this action here. All of them scrapping it out for P21. We see just about 3 wide into turn 1. Not quite. Looking like Moffitt gonna get the worst end of this one. Beachley getting by Haight as well. And that's Colin in the GT3 ahead of them, so that isn't for position. And once again, I missed it, of course. Ollie Raza has fallen behind Mostachero. I have my thoughts on why. Ollie Raza here needs to just send it and get it done, and then look further ahead. I know it's tough. He's very fast. That's not a question. Oh, this is going to be his moment here. Oh, but that lapped car getting extremely out of the way. Still yet to pit. That was Polsky. Needs to get in there. See a couple cars coming into the pits right now. And Ollie Raza here, struggling. I think that is honestly putting it lightly. I mean, I say that. He's in P4. It's still a great result, as this is a fight for P2 currently for the podium. We see yellow flag from Brunner. But check out what happened here. Looks self-inflicted again. Just people getting... Nürburgring's very, very tricky track onto the grass, and that McLaren just gets unsettled from that. Just slightly too far, and then on the rejoin, he puts it into the barrier, unfortunately. How is Schlieder doing? Let's take a look. Ooh, there he is, P7. In the Porsche. Currently just driving his own race, about 13 seconds behind Mike Burkov and 8 seconds ahead of Kronotis. So, doing what he needs to. Driving, honestly, a fairly solid race. Niall, though, someone who you'd expect to be a little bit further up. But, still. Looking like he has that position sold for P7. Unlike these positions here for the podium. The first place is already sealed. There's no question about that. But second, third, and fourth are a complete bag of marbles right now. See what manages to happen. Oh no, Masachero onto the grass. This is going to give Ollie Raza the chance he's been looking for every single lap here. Can he do it? And Masachero running wide again. That's going to compromise his speed, but actually he seems to not have his speed compromised at all. Okay. He's going to... Masachero going to send it down the inside, then around the outside. Sends the dummy. Ollie Raza trying to go for the switchback here. Going to try to get the better exit out of these three and get 2 overtakes in 1, but it's going to be very, very tricky to do so. Masachero sends it around the outside in the arena complex. Bit of contact, I would imagine, but maybe not. There definitely was a bit of contact there. Grenier, how's it going? Hopefully I said that correctly. Hope you're doing all right tonight. Hopefully you're doing great. Ollie Raza here, now chasing down Story as Story has lost out to Masachero. I don't know how Masachero managed to get that incredible overtake done, as he pretty much went off the track to do it, but was on the track when he did it, and that's all that matters. Now Ollie Raza all over Story. Story has done such a good job up to this point, holding that second position. Now has to hold P3 and is defending for his life. Masachero already a 1.5 seconds ahead. That place is looking very difficult to get. Masachero definitely has the pace to seal that position up for P2. P3, though, still undecided. Story doing absolutely everything he can, and so is Ollie Raza. 1 minute and 39 seconds left, not much time. Coming down to the closing minutes of this race. And actually a bit further down the field, I do want to say we have Kronotis and Colin racing out. I think Colin just overtook Kronotis. And in the GT4 field as well, we have Beachley racing Hate still, and then Eric Gakassian chasing Pulgarin. But here, we have extreme side-by-side action. We see a yellow flag as well from Kronotis. I do not want to go look at it, though, as this battle is way too intense. Might be... It's going to be very close. I don't think there's going to be 2 more laps. Looking like Paremba is about little over halfway through with this lap. It's going to be very close. But did I just jump off while they were too wide? Of course I did. But now, Carries is now in this fight. I don't think he expected to be here, but now he's fighting for a podium. See if he can manage to get this anything from it as he hits Masachero, or excuse me, Raza. Luckily, though, Ollie Raza didn't get punted off or anything. Carries actually coming off worse from that, so not the end of the world, I would say. I mean, it's just, you know, not ideal. Leader now on the final lap. Actually, it wasn't even close. You were totally right. No, it wasn't even close at all. But 1 more lap to go. Story didn't want to hear that. Those were the words that he did not want to hear whatsoever. So Ollie Raza has one more lap here. Looking like he had a bit of an error there. Story pulling away. And now Ollie Raza falling into the grips of carries. We'll see if he can manage. And now looks like Raza struggling. I think he's used everything that Porsche has. All the tires. Yeah, Juan is hot on the tail here. He has a chance to get this P4. I don't think Ollie Raza is going to make a mistake. He's made quite a few tonight, but that's only when he's overtaking. He's managed to keep it completely on track by himself. And Juan just doesn't look like he has the pace, unfortunately, to get that. He only caught up in the battling, but Story, though. Oh, no! There's a car! Oh, no! Ollie Raza! I say that! Gets overtaken by Juan because of a lapped car coming back on the track. We need to see that again here. Oh, no! On the last lap. The GT4 rejoin. Ollie Raza is going to be fuming after that. And as you can see, he is determined to get that place back. He does not want his race to end like this. Juan doing what he can. He's going to have to defend like a champion here. Covers the inside line extremely heavily. Eats a lot of curbing on the chicane. One more corner to go. Ollie Raza runs into the grass. Wait, there isn't. Well, there's not one more corner. Wait, is there? Yes. Duh. One more corner to go. Yes. And yeah. Wow. One with the second place, or excuse me, with the fourth place. Ollie Raza, I would imagine, is going to return to pits and not be in this server for too long. That is not how he wanted to end his race. But this race, I think it's still not over, actually. Kronotis chasing down Mike Burkov here for P8. Looking like they're coming in the final turn, though. Yes, Raza got robbed. That was a very unsafe rejoin from that GT4, unfortunately. There we go, Mike Burkov and Kronotis crossing the line. Mike Burkov in P8, Kronotis P9. Take a look at the quick grid real fast. I do that real fast as well. There we go. Oops. Okay. We have P1, Paremba, absolutely smashing this race. P2, Mostachero. P3, Story. Well-earned P3 from Story. Very hard fought. Oh, wow. Good catch, Turner. That sucks. I was wondering why he was fighting Kronotis. But yeah, absolutely insane racing. We got Ollie Raza P5, Schletter P6, Mike Burkov P7, Kronotis P8, Shoot P9, Mostachero P10, Brunner P11, Afonso P12, Ricky Scott P13, Provolone P14, and now everyone's leaving. King P15, Guzman 16, Spool 17, other Guzman. Is there two Guzmans or am I crazy? There is two Guzmans. Okay. And so on and so forth. Most of these drivers have left the field. You can see the final positions in the left-hand side. I don't know if Raza is going to be crying. Thank you, I suck at this. I appreciate that. I think that Raza is going to be fuming. If I had to guess. I don't know. Knowing Ollie Raza, he probably can take it on the chin. You know, it's just sim racing after all. But still, that is not how he wanted to end his race, for sure. We'll see if we can get a word with a couple of these guys real quick. See if I can grab any of them. Are any of them in here? Unfortunately, I didn't see the GT4 results. Here, let's go back and check. I did save the replay for that reason. Oops. All right. Go and just check the end results here is what I'm what I really want to know. Here, looks like, there we go. These are the end results here. We have, I've already gone through the GT3 field. We'll start in the GT4 field. We have Provolone getting first place in the GT4 field. King getting second place, P18 overall. Guzman, Juan Guzman in P3 for his class, P19 overall. Lackney following that in P20. Then C. Guzman, Haight, Moffitt in P23, Beachley P24, Del Buque P25, Pulgarin P26, Eric P27, Baracosa P28, Carnus P29, and I have people joining me. All right.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. I think we have Matt Paremba for P1, Masachero P2, Story for P3 and Div 1, and Provolone, King, and Guzman for the Div 2, and we do have Story in here.
Cool. I'd love to. Is Paremba in here? Because I
know Mr. Paremba does surf the interwebs and the Twitches. So Matt Paremba, if you're listening, if you want to hop into Discord for a quick interview, you are more than welcome. But we do have Jeremy Story here, who finished P3. Super quick fella. Mike, still there?
Yeah. You were talking a Story.
Well, yeah, I was setting you up to start.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy, welcome to the podium.
Yeah, I thought you were sending it off to Story. That was.
No,
I was double checking where I started. I think I started P8, so
okay,
podium's not bad.
I can check for you. I have the replay open.
Good progression there. How's the race for you?
A little stressful at the end.
Okay. Close battling, I assume.
Yeah, the guys behind me clearly had pace. Karras, Pors, Raza, even Schlieder and those guys were catching up by the end, so I was kind of defending for my life there.
Very good. That was an insane podium battle. I just want to comment on that. That was, you guys were scrapping that out for how many laps? I mean, like, that was probably half the race, at least.
Yeah, I pit with 30 or 35 minutes left, and they were coming up behind me pretty quick right after I come out of the pit, so I'd say 20 minutes, 25.
Yeah, no, and that was, and back and forth the entire time. Ollie Raza getting by a few times, and then making a mistake, and you'd get in ahead, and then you'd make a mistake, and then, oh man, that was really exciting to see. And you started in P5, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was how was the multi-class taste of the race, Jeremy?
Yeah, I didn't really have any problems. I mean, of course, there's always moments in corners where you get slowed up some, but other than seeing a couple guys go off and wreck, I didn't have any guys that did anything bad or anything.
Well, that is always really good to hear. All right, well, congratulations on your P3, especially coming in from P5. Again, worth mentioning, Jeremy is an admin at BOA. Some ACC friends. Anything you want to promote happening over there? Any special events coming up?
Our series runs on Mondays right now, but of course it's afternoon time since 90% of those guys live in Europe. So.
Okay.
And then we have a team swap race on October 29th. Now that's timed to be for U.S. guys or UK, either one. You can, if you look us up on SimGrid, it's up on there for October 29th.
Cool.
All
right.
3 hours of Monza.
Awesome. Thank you, and congrats again.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Cheers. Well, Mike, why don't you tell us how that? I mean, I'm curious to know how was the race overall. It was a sweaty race for me. I could tell you that much.
So the very beginning was extremely jam-packed. Very, very jam-packed throughout the entire field. In fact, there was so much action I couldn't keep up. Come the middle of the race, it completely slowed down, and then there was like only 3 battles on track. But then at the end of the race, it got insane again.
So, you know, I wish I had stayed in the stream room, because one of the things that was really interesting is, for example, I think there were a lot of strategy differences. So some people took tires and others didn't. And the perfect case was between Alejandro Polgarin and myself. So he did not take tires. It put me 16, 18 seconds behind, and had to work really hard to catch up to him all the way to the last lap overtake.
Well, there you go. I didn't catch that, unfortunately. I was too busy watching Ollie Raza get absolutely murdered on a rejoin.
Yikes.
Yeah, in fact, I'll go back and show that one on the stream again. That was an unfortunate one, but I guess we're not gonna have any more interviews. I don't see. I guess we could get Provolone.
Yeah, we asked for Provolone to come up, but he might be busy doing something else. So
Well, all right.
Probably good to close it up and
we'll
send it over to.
Yeah, watch this one real quick. If you want to get the raid ready, I just want to see the absolute robbery that Ollie Raza had there but I mean the victory from Juan, though, I should say, for getting that position. Just absolutely incredible all around. Somewhere around here, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, this has already happened, I think. It happened so late. It's on the last lap. Okay, we've narrowed it down. In this lap. It might be this corner. Not this good. The corner coming up. Eric, do you have a raid ready?
Yeah, I got one for you.
We're almost. I think we're. I wish we need to figure out a way to like use race control. But I mean, honestly, just amazing driving from Ollie Raza and Story and Juan.
Well, while you're doing that, I will load up the raid here. And while it happens, just wanted to thank you and everybody watching. Looks like we had a pretty good crew here.
Oh, there it is.
Appreciate everybody sticking around, and come back on Sunday where we have our GT3 series coming up. Ooh, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and of course, no problem.
Alrighty, let's send it over to the Josh Rocket. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.